Factory in New York's Rockefeller Center, service girls stage a style show all their own. Newly designed uniforms for all services, for all occasions, charming and smartly feminine. A new summer duty uniform for the proud WAC. And so that members of the Corps are perfectly turned out for every occasion, stylish new outfits for winter. Summer duty, and chosen by the Corps, a highly becoming off-duty model for summer. Fashion authorities are unanimous in their praise of these charming service uniforms. Now it is more important than ever to follow the boys to victory. It's stylish to be a WAC.
A lot of people were wearing uniforms, and that, I think, did influence clothing. And if you associate uniforms with men, then of course you could say they become more masculine. But during the war, the Second World War, actually a lot of women were in uniform the whole time.
There's a leaning toward the military this year, of course. It's an old feminine custom. Military pockets make good hiding places for notebooks and notes, MASH or otherwise. Joe College will find his campus crush right up to the minute this year.
The utility scheme was something the government introduced to really regulate the amount of clothing the amount of cloth that was used in clothing. So the manufacturers would get regulations that would say no more than 2 box pleats, no more than 4 knife pleats, no more than 5 buttons on a dress. And women's suits, for instance, the waistcoat, sometimes they have a strap at the back. You weren't allowed to have that anymore. No buttons at the bottom of the sleeves, no turn-ups on the trousers. And if you adhere to that, you could put in a label that said CC 41. This is a very nice utility suit from the 1940s, and it corresponds perfectly to the regulations. So it only has 2 pockets, you weren't allowed more than 2. It has 4 buttons, they could have used 6, but they only used 4. And then there's a very nice detail on the skirt. You get 3 knife pleats, and 4 was the absolute maximum. So very nice utility suit, very nice fabric and nice cut. Every time you bought some clothing, you had to bring your coupon book. You got 66 coupons per year at the beginning, and then later on it was reduced. And for a men's suit, for instance, you had to spend 16 coupons. For women it usually was a little bit less, and then for children even less.
As jerseys go, so go the nation's styles in sports and other wear. The cruise ship America is the setting for an eye-filling display of charm in Heller jerseys, fashioned in various new styles by America's leading designers. A heart-shaped basque and swing skirt. Oh boy! Jersey hats, too. Note the Spanish influence in jerlita and lace. Goodness!
Well, during the war, pretty early on, everyone was cut off from Paris. And for some countries, that was actually a good thing. For America in particular, which had actually a thriving clothing industry, and they had very good designers, for instance, Claire McCardle, very much excelled in casual clothing and sportswear. For them, it was actually very good not to have the influence of Paris, and they could actually excel in doing what they were doing best. And after the war, for a while, Paris was again the capital of fashion, but I think the war really helped the American fashion industry to become much stronger.
A far cry from the ordinary clumsy clog are these enchanting wooden shoes by Delman of New York. The designer rightly calls them wooden-soled fun shoes. Colorful and gay, They are also completely comfortable and require no shoe coupons. Mexicana, with multicolored bouquets of raffia flowers. Rocker bottoms are fitted with rubber lifts to make them noiseless. For play, to lend gaiety to the beach party. Changing times, changing shoes, but the same pretty girls.